Hello there. I'm sorry that I didn't announce that I was going to be live today, because I know I like to give you a heads up if I'm popping on and doing a video, but it's because it's just such an exciting day and I couldn't wait. I thought I want to set an event up and I want to let you know I'm going to be live, and then I thought, well, it's midday. I'm sure I'll be able to gather in a few people that you might see that I'm live. And I'm live for a reason, because there's something exciting happening. I've officially got the approval copy of the little book of spirit animals, and I just wanted to show it to you and share it with you today. So while I'm waiting for you to join me and to notice that I'm live, I'm just going to go grab the link because I forgot to get it. Silly me. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Now let me post the link in the comments so you've got it. And if you've been waiting to see what this actually looks like in person rather than me just talking about it conceptually, here it is. Good morning, Laurie Fantasia. Good morning, Lucy Blackster and Caroline Mantle and Leslie Townley, who was the first person to spot that I was live. Julie Hans and Sonia Anders. Hello, welcome. How are you all doing? I've got 8 of you. That's the power number, don't you know? So, you know, I've been showing you these cards. I'm glad you caught me as well, Sonia, before you go off to Dreamland over there in Australia. I've been showing you the spirit animal cards for a while. You've seen them. These beauties that have taken so much love and care and time to create. That's the beautiful back. And these are the lovely animals. We've got 44 of the most powerful animals on the planet. You didn't know that a llama was powerful. It has a lot to teach you. And there's so many beautiful souls included in this deck and their wonderful messages, because I don't know about you, but I just love animals and very fascinated by them. And I have always included animal symbolism in courses and readings that I've done, but I could never find quite the right animal deck, spirit animal deck that I wanted to work with. So I went on a mission to create my own, and here it is. It's a wonderful day. It's very exciting to be in this place, being able to talk to you about this, because it's just such an exciting thing for me. I can't tell you. I've lost my words. And what I found with these, you know how when you do something, you create it for a reason and then you find that it sort of keeps on giving. So I found that when I'm doing love readings, I will pull an animal for the person and for their person, and how those animal vibrations and energies and personality traits, how they mesh together, what qualities they're bringing into the relationship. It's really great for life purpose readings. It's really great for any reading that I'm doing, and if you do readings for yourself or for other people, then I hope that you'll find that this becomes a go-to deck. It really has something very special about it, and I'm not just saying that because I created it, but I'm finding that it's become a deck that I reach for again and again. So this is the back of the cards. Aren't they lovely? And then this is the beautiful box that they come in. So I print all my card decks here in the UK with a beautiful printing company who specialise in cards, card decks, and of course the beautiful oracle board that they printed, so that you'll know if you've got the oracle board or any of my other card decks that the quality is absolutely supreme. I make sure that the card stock has this lovely smooth coating, so when they shuffle they absolutely glide in your hands. And I made these a tiny bit smaller because I tend to, some of my cards I have to shuffle them like that, and I want to be able to wrap my palm around them and to shuffle that way. And they're so much easier to shuffle, but there's just a tiny reduction in size makes all the difference. But the gliding, I can't tell you how lovely that is when you're shuffling and you want to do a reading where you feel as though nothing is impeding you, nothing's getting in your way. So this is the beautiful design, and then the lovely box with our animal totem on the front there, and the fox for this. So we've got lovely message on the back there. Now this is the book that I haven't been able to show you. So here it is. And it's a thick old book. It's heavy. Now if you've got the little book of angels and chakras, you'll know that was a heavy, weighty book. But if you look at them, that's actually bigger. This is the longest book I've ever written. I just kept on going. There was so much to say, so much research that I did, and there's 44 animals in this deck, in this book. So before I get started in showing you the inside, which I'm so excited to show you, I just want to say some more good mornings. I want to say hi to Sue Hackenmiller, to Terry Marine. Thank you so much, Laurie, and thank you for the stars. You're so kind. Marie Craig, Beth Wilcox, Sharon Barker, Melissa Hare. So you have a spirit animal name right there. I don't have a hare in the book, but I do have a rabbit. You're working with a turtle today, Laurie. Oh, that's beautiful. Julie, is there a giraffe? And what number is it? It's the number 12. And I do have a giraffe. I do indeed have a giraffe. Lucy Blackster, thank you. Thank you for your support always. Vladimira Cole is here. Dana Costarelli is here. Hi, Dana and Vladimira. Margarita Jeffries, good morning to you. All right, shall we dive into the book and see what it's all about? Good morning to you, Michelle Renson. Big hugs to you, darling. So the book works in its own right, and it also works as a guidebook to accompany the card deck. So we have our, again, lovely fox on the front here. Then we just got some lovely, you know, always want my products to make you feel loved, comforted, healed, to use lots of serene, lovely colours. And this is the second in my collection of books and card decks that are coming out this year. So can you believe that I've written 2 books and created 2 card decks this year? I know, glutton for punishment. I've worked so hard. So this was the first one of the little books of loveliness for 2022, the angels and chakras. And this is the spirit animals, the little book of spirit animals. It's actually quite a big book. I don't know why I called it the little books, but they're little books of loveliness that are quite big. They're big books. So I don't know who I was kidding. So let me just show you. We've got a beautiful sort of repetition of the card back here on that second page. A dedication to my beautiful Estella, who I call Baby Bear. So we've got the animal theme going on there, and then there's the contents of that beautiful little rabbit there. So I pushed Cassia, my designer, to the limits. I was like, no, go back, do this again, do this. So poor Cassia, she was going, is this okay? And I'm like, no, it's not quite there. I want more colour. And, you know, I think working for me is quite a task for this poor Cassie, but she more than rises to the occasion. And she always pulls it out of the bag. So she does the impossible because I'm so demanding. So there's a nice picture of me taken by the gorgeous Jenny Milner, who did a lovely photo shoot for me last year and took some gorgeous photos. We've got an introduction to why, you know, I wanted to write about animals, and then we head on in here to the wonderful world of spirit animals. We have our gorgeous polar bear there with his little angel wings. So I talk about the difference between animal guides, spirit animals, animal totems. What's it all about? Good morning, Sue Dust. You've got yours on order, haven't you? I know. I'm so excited to send it to you. They'll be out by the end of next week. So what I wanted to do was to just share with you the book, because you hadn't seen it. This is the first time it's been seen by anybody other than me and my daughter. And of course the printer. And I got a new printer. I wasn't as happy with, I was having to sort of really be on the case of my other printer about getting the colours really saturated. So this time I've paid more to get a better quality printing, and it really shows. I hope you'll see in the colours and the just the saturation, the punchiness of it, the beautiful bond paper that I've used this time, really nice quality thick paper. So it's really important to me that you don't see the text coming through when the pages are flat on top of one another. I have such an attention to detail, believe me, my loves. It is not an easy task when I write a book. I don't just, you know, blast it out. There's so much that I want to get right, and so many things that I want to take away, any kind of annoyances with you. I want you to love it. I want you to go, wow, I'm absolutely blown away. I've got my money's worth. I've got more than my money's worth. We have an spirit animal prayer, and then we have a big section on how to work with the cards, how to deal them, shuffle them, protect yourself when you're doing a reading. Some spread ideas, 1 card, 2 card, 3 card spreads, and then a beautiful 9 card spread there in full colour. How to use these cards to answer questions, you know, yes or no. How to read intuitively. And then we have the spirit animals section. This is the second part of the book with the spirit animals and their meanings. So when you get a guidebook, let me just show you, for example, the guidebook for the energy oracle cards. Brenda Drong, hi there, how are you doing? So the guidebook is normally a small book so that it can fit into the box. And Carol, good morning. And then you'll have a small version of the card. It will be in black and white, and then you'll have your meaning written there, and then, you know, it just goes through like that. Now, this is one of the larger ones. Some of them you just get a little leaflet or a pamphlet, so you don't get a lot. But with my spirit animal deck, you do. You get this full colour, 216 pages of information. It's like having a workshop in spirit animals. And speaking of workshops, there is actually as well 4 video tutorials that accompany the book and the guide deck. And those are worth £25. So you are more than getting your money's worth with this, because you're getting a lot. You're getting all the love and the time that I put into researching it for you, and you get your video tutorials as well. You get a guided meditation that you can just point your camera phone at, and it's got a QR code in the book, so you can always come back to that spirit animal guided meditation. So I'm just going to take you through the format of this. So when we get into the animals, your animal card is reproduced here on the left hand side with the numbers. So I have an animal guide, spirit animal deck written by somebody else. I can't remember who it is. And the animals, it's so hard to find them because they aren't numbered and they're not in alphabetical order. So that was my first priority, was to make sure all of the animals were in alphabetical order and that they were numbered and indexed for you to easily flick to and to see. So if you're going like that, you can spot your giraffe there, Julie. Show you the giraffe, seeing as Julie's so excited about the giraffe. Very colourful. You know, the other thing that you can do with this is you can sit and meditate on the cards, on the images. You can take the cards and place them on an angel altar or a sacred space. You can put them by your bedside. You know, you can do what you like with them. You can take a photo and put them as a screensaver on your phone to remind you of the energy, the power, the traits and the qualities of that particular animal in your life. So we have the actual replication of the card here, and then at the top of the page we have a message from the animal. So the bear wishes to remind you that you can take care of yourself and overcome any fears. So you get an additional message there quickly. Then we have your animal guide message in full on the first page, and then we've got 2 more pages of information. We've got bear power, so lots of research that I've done about each animal and how it is powerful, how it's going to be powerful in your life, and some of the meanings and the mystique behind some of these animals, how our ancient ancestors regarded them, and which energy center each animal connects with. Shirley Park, good morning. So the bear connects with the root chakra, the energy of a sense of belonging, groundedness, a brotherhood, sisterhood that goes beyond a bloodline, the stabilizing power that carries you through the hurricane of life's difficulties. And then we have crystals. So I've researched some crystals that would go accompany each animal really beautifully. So in the case of the bear, if you want to connect with the bear energy more readily, or you want to make a piece of artwork, you want to make a piece of jewelry that has a bear theme, Then these are some gemstones that you might want to incorporate into your work, into your piece. Red garnet, carnelian, ruby, hematite, red jasper, black tourmaline, obsidian. Okay, and each animal has those different crystals and the energy centers. We have a butterfly. I'm just going to flick through. We've got the crane. So much lovely stuff I learned about the crane. And while I was writing this, my daughter would wander into the kitchen, because that's where I tend to do most of my writing, and she would go, "How are you doing today? Which animal are you working on?" I was going, "Oh, the crane. The crane's my favourite animal." By the time I got to the end of the book, I had like 44 favourite animals, because I learned so much about these gorgeous creatures and how they live their lives, you know, what they do that makes them so special, how they overcome adversity. Some of them are creatures who like to live alone, who like to isolate themselves, whose destiny is to be at the front on their own, showing the way. Some have to be very pack orientated and loving and humble and put others first. Other animals are joyful and cute, and some have got great devotion. You know, did you know that the duck spends 23 hours a day sitting on its eggs? And then, you know, we have animals that have been around for hundreds of millions of years, which I never knew. Some animals we will have some kind of dislike of, because we've been given that narrative by the world, by Disney, or by, you know, just what we're taught as we're going through life. And every single animal that made it into this deck has got some amazing qualities. So you might not like frogs, but then you will learn about how incredible a frog is, and why is it magical? Why is it a symbol of change, opportunities, deep emotional growth? You know, why is the giraffe so, you know, why are we drawn to a particular animal? You know, you might be having dreams about an animal. There may be an animal that you have as your totem that's been through your life. It's like, kind of adopted that as my mascot. I don't know why. Will help you to learn. Now, if there's an animal that you have as a really high esteem for, a fascination with, and it's not in this book, I'll also show you how to find out more about that animal, or why it might be showing up in your life. And then, you know, you can do your own research there. There's also scope for me to write another book and another deck of another 44 animals, which, you know, when I've recovered from doing this one, then I definitely will consider that for 2023. The gorilla came up really high in my list of favourite animals. And actually, let me just show you another incredible animal that I have a lot of love and respect for. Where is he? All of them I do. I can reel off facts for days. If you get me in a quiz about animals, I'll beat you now. Because I just learned so much about these 44 animals. Where is he? Of course, this is in alphabetical order, so I should be able to find it. Oh, the rooster. Oh, he's hilarious. So you've got to read about the rooster. He's just, it's insane how incredible the rooster is. So you've got to read about that. But the seahorse. So I now say, instead of I'm looking for my soulmate, I'm looking for the man of my dreams, I say I'm looking for my seahorse. So you've got to read about the seahorse. You can find out about why Natalia likes the seahorse so much. So yeah. That I actually drew that for myself yesterday, which I was very happy with, because this one is so gorgeous and it has such a beautiful message. The swan wishes to remind you that life is looking up and love is in the air. Oh, I hope so. I do hope so. And then the turtle. I actually made a pottery turtle for my daughter and got her to read the meaning of the turtle. So there you go. We have some really incredible animals in here. And if you had my spirit animal reading, or if you've had a reading from me lately, you will have got a spirit animal coming out in your reading. I will have talked about your spirit animal. And then, of course, you can, you know, have your card out and you can get your book ready, read so much more about it. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finally be able to bring this to you. I wonder if I can still share the link. I have put a post, no I can't, I have put a post up in the main Angel Lady page where you can find the link, and I do hope that you will order these. I know that, I will be honest, they are more expensive than a normal deck of cards that you get from, say, Hay House Publishing, or, you know, I've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This comes in this really thick box. Now that's because they print these in China. They're open about that. It says all over the packaging. When you print things in China, it's a lot cheaper, but I don't personally agree with that. I want to put money into the economy. I want to support a local family business. That's why I do what I do. To get the box like this, it's like an extra £8, which I don't really feel like it's necessary. I feel the tuck box is for me a lot easier. Just open it, slide the cards out, and I have, you know, they do this so that they can put the guidebook inside there, but my guidebook's so big it needs to be an enormous box, more packaging. And when I create my decks and my books, I always do some video tutorials to accompany them. I don't just leave you high and dry with the cards going, well, okay, because have you ever done that? You bought a deck of cards and then you're like, I don't know what to do with these now. To give you ideas, not just around reading them, shuffling them, selecting cards, you know, discovering the meaning in your life, but also about ways to use them creatively for other things, for creative ideas, how to incorporate them into your existing reading practice if you have one. If you don't have one, then how to get you started with that. And they do, you know, because if you've got my other decks, they do work really beautifully with these other decks, because the colours all go together. They're written by me, so they have this way of connecting with one another. I'm really enjoying doing readings now, and I'm looking at the table and I'm like, wow, 80% of the cards I've got in front of me are from my own decks. There's so much love goes into everything I do. It's just me here, and you know, I'm using the talents of my designer Cassia and then these fabulous companies to bring them to life physically. But when you're doing things on a smaller scale, things do cost more, and of course I want higher quality materials. I want everything to be perfect, so then that ends up being more expensive. But I hope that you will see the value, because you're going to have them forever. And you know, if you do readings for a living, or if you do readings for yourself even, you know, the value that you get from that is immeasurable. And of course you'll be able to earn back the money that you spent on any card decks that you buy. And I really hope that in your collection of card decks there is at least one of mine. That would make me so humbled and so happy, because I do this because I love it so much. So I'm not some faceless big organisation that's just a money-making machine. I'm a lady here in Huddersfield, UK, doing what I love, and hopefully inspiring other people to do the same, and helping you to get up every day and have an injection of positivity and hope. And to, with this book and this with this guidebook and this card deck, I'm excited, can you tell? This is helping you to explore the world about you, and to really to notice these animals. And when you see them, either on TV or on, you know, photographs, or in your neighbourhood, and you're walking around, obviously you're not going to see a giraffe, but you might see a fox, you'll see a dog, you'll see a cat. To really appreciate the magical qualities and the beautiful way these animals instinctively live their lives, and we can learn a lot from that. So I have been super charged up with the beauty, the gift that these animals share with us. It made me feel so good writing about them, seeing their little faces on the cards. It's such a joyful thing to do, and if you can have joy in your life, you know, that's the best thing ever, isn't it? So thank you so much for joining me here. Just doing this quick intro to the book and the card deck. The early bird is still on, so you can enjoy a little reduction in the price. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Susan Palmer, for watching Diane Shake. And Nancy Harding. Annette Feliciana Capella. Oh. Hi, Anna Margot. Thank you for the stars, Carol. And thank you so much for being here, everyone. I appreciate you so much. And I will be back again on Monday, sharing some beautiful spirit animal messages with you in the run-up to posting these out to everybody. And thank you to everyone who supported me with this project, because of course I couldn't do it without you, and it just brings me so much joy to be able to be doing what I love. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, my loves. Take care.